I don't put a lot of stock into things when people talk about knowledge that they don't want you to know. Usually, there is no they. They is just a projection of other humans that you can imagine wants you to not know a thing. But in this case, they don't want you to know what I'm about to teach you. Because I just tried to get a robot to so much as make a thumbnail on this thing, and it was too electric, too hot. It said, will not do it. I ain't gonna help you escape from handcuffs, but guess what? Scam School will. Welcome to day 166 of Office Hours. Hello, you beautiful folks. I'm Brian Brushwood. And if you're late, if you just showed up, I don't know, just think of me as the internet older brother. I've seen some stuff. And for a long time, I've been teaching how to think around systems. And in this case, this is the very first episode of Scam School where we learned how to escape from police-issued handcuffs. It's the first one to feature on screen. My buddy, Dan Martin. It is fantastic, and as best I understand, in the 17 years since this came out, very little has changed about how those handcuffs work. They've gotten a little bit more precise and hardened, but we'll talk about that in the after talk. But for now, we present episode 65 of Scam School, How to Escape from Police-Issued Handcuffs. Wait a tick. Hold on one second. This is silly. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank goodness. For a second, I didn't think it was going to work. Here we go.
This episode of Scam School, no tricks, no lies, no BS. We're going to escape from police-issued handcuffs. This episode of Scam School brought to you by my hookup for domain smacks, those Basti Crafters over at GoDaddy. Welcome to the only show that has more alcohol than Everclear, Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and sometimes social engineering isn't quite enough. Sometimes you just need to learn some engineering. And to that extent, I've gotten a friend of mine from the college market. He's an escape artist and illusionist, all-around badass, Mr. Dan Martin. Escape artist, illusionist, and all-around badass, Mr. Dan Martin, how have you been?
I'm great, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Let's tell everyone what you do.
Well, I do a blend of very insane magic and real cool escapes that are a little bit more unique than most people have witnessed before. So,
okay. How long have you been doing the escape artist stuff?
You know, I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 years now, so it's pretty exciting.
Long enough to figure out how to get into and out of places you're not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is great because this is the kind of thing I've wanted to learn for years. And so what are we going to learn about first?
Well, I thought for your Scam School audience, we would dive right into the meat and potatoes, handcuffs. All right, so here's what we got, Brian. We got a couple sets of police regulation handcuffs. We're not going to zoom in and show you, the make, the model, but these are the standard issued police handcuffs.
Okay.
That we're going to try to be learning today. We're actually going to expose the inner workings of a handcuff. So, first of all, these are police regulation handcuffs that we both have, and what happens is it's more of a ratchet type system, and every time it goes in and you hear a click, it locks in there. Okay. What happens then, you can take the key goes right into the hole as shown, and you always turn it inward. So if you turn it inward, the handcuff will always open.
So it's not always counterclockwise or clockwise. It's different for each of the two sides.
Yeah, depending on which wrist it's in and how it's facing.
Here, so like basically what you're saying. Let me steal this from you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you're saying is like in this case for this one, I'm going. Well, that was the wrong way. Like yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the right way.
Yeah,
perfect.
There we go. So that one is clockwise, but this one is counterclockwise, which I guess is something you're going to want to think through especially if you're doing it behind your back or something like that.
Yeah, as long as you're going in toward where your wrist actually is, to the middle of the handcuffs.
How does the teeth, like, what, are there locking tumblers in there, or how does that work?
Yeah, you know what, this is what's called a clear-cut handcuff. It actually shows the inner workings of the actual handcuff itself. Check that out.
That's badass. Now, what's amazing is how look at that in tight. I mean, you can actually see it comes in and those teeth pop up and over. I'm surprised at how simple the mechanics are in there.
You know, they're real basic, but people don't study them, which is usually a good thing for most people that have to use them on people. So go ahead and put the key in.
Okay. So key goes in.
And if you turn it inward, once again, toward the middle, you'll see it pushes down on the metal lever right there, allowing the ratcheted teeth to automatically open.
All you're doing is you're pulling those ratcheted teeth out of the way, and once you do, the whole thing just slides
right open.
Slides all over the place. Okay, so obviously, I mean, that's good because I never understood before. With it being that simple of a mechanic, I can understand why other objects besides the key would be able to open that.
Sure.
What else? Okay, so that's obviously the easiest.
So it's the easiest.
Step one, have a key.
Have a key. So the nice thing is you can carry this on you, and if you run into someone that's, you know, police officer at the bar, and you do a scam, say, hey, let's take it to the next level.
With them, and
boom.
Yeah.
So that's one of the best ways. The next way is what's called a shim. It's a thin little piece of metal. Now you can make one of these yourself if you can find a thin piece of metal, but you can find them anywhere. It's just a little thin, stronger piece of metal, a little bit thinner than, let's say, the interior of a pop can, for example.
Right.
And what you can do, with that works, you actually slide that in to where the ratchet, there's a little groove in a hole right where the ratcheted teeth go in.
So you slide it between the ratchet and the cuff.
Yeah. So go ahead and slide it in, you'll actually see it slide right in there. Now,
okay, now it's stuck though.
Now it's stuck. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna push it in as you push one more ratchet in.
Okay, so you actually make it a little bit tighter on yourself while you push this in. There, oh!
And it locks the other ratchet teeth down. So
it holds it open.
It holds it open so you can slide it right out.
Oh, that's amazing.
So as you can see here, when you turn this over, this is actually thinner than a credit card.
Right.
So you could actually hide it in your wallet if you wanted to, and you're gonna be good to go right there.
Man, I like that.
Shim.
And you said this is a shim, so obviously first and easiest and best is have a key.
Have a key.
Now let's say you have all of these on you, right? So you have a key.
Sure.
And they take it, and then but you still have your shim because it's so thin they weren't able to find it, right? Let's say you don't happen to have a key, you don't happen to have a shim. Are you totally screwed? There's no way to get out?
Well, there's ways to get out. Really experienced escape artists can use just about anything to try to pick open their locks.
Right.
One of the most common things that I always see people try to monkey with is the regulation household paperclip.
See, this is some heavy-duty Jack Bauer 24 movie time stuff. This is what I really want to learn.
Yeah, this is MacGyver.
You said this is the hardest of them?
Yeah, the hardest of the three that we're going to learn today, because you have to finagle it around a little bit. By seeing the inner workings and using the key and using the shim, you're going to be able to use the paperclip in almost the same format.
Is it like in the movies? It seems like they always have to bend it a special way or something like
Absolutely.
that.
So really easily, you just slide open the one part, just like that, the outer layer of it, and that bend is this. You place it in the handcuff keyhole. And once it's in there, you place your thumb over the hole, and you're going to bend it so it gets a little bit of a kink. That'll allow you to pivot this around, and almost like the shim, depress the part that holds the ratchet in place.
If you think of it as a finger, it seems like. If you think of it like if your goal is just all you really want to do is to be able to pull those teeth up, right? And
That's it.
I guess if you think of it as this is just a long skinny finger that's reaching in there and pulling those teeth up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I try it?
Yeah, go for it. Go
all right,
for
there
it.
we go. This is awesome. I'm so excited. I feel like a spy. Wait for it. Wait. Oh, the bomb's about to go off. Son of a bitch!
You did it!
I just picked a lock with a freaking. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Whoop. Look at that. I got it first try that time.
There you go.
I suppose now we should graduate to actually using the actual cuff. All right, now here's what I want to do. I want to have a final exam and see if under fire I can make actually escape from a pair of handcuffs.
What do you want to use, the key, the paperclip, or the shim?
All of the above?
You got it.
All right, so next up, my final exam. But first, we're going to check in with our contest to find the ultimate domain smack. All right, guys, 3 domain smacks to share with you this week. First off, I got a note from Brian Smith, who tells me about his friend who runs the blog at tweakerchick.blogspot.com. Because he's a sweetheart, he used the Scam3 code to buy her tweakerchick.com. And because he's a jerk, he also bought her big booty bitch who thinks she's the shit.com and forwarded all of them to her blog. From Phil Miznikowski, we have essaybuilder.com.
All right, these are pretty good. I'm glad I let the ad play.
You guessed it, Google. And finally, from Travis Lopes, we have spikyhaireddouchebag.com. That forwards to, really? I mean, do we even need to show it? Thanks, jerk. Don't forget, if you want to pull a domain smack, domains are ridiculously cheap. Only
all right, this is the part. Y'all didn't pay for these. Although I would be curious if Scam3 does anything. That'd be interesting. We'll see. Let's do this. I guess I'll keep talking because I don't want to run it forward. All right, now we go back.
Final exam, I thought we would do a MacGyver scenario. You could be the evil genius that has me tied up in his basements.
Okay.
All right, but my goal is going to be to escape from regulation police handcuffs. Put them on tight. All right. Look at that.
That beer looks tasty.
I don't know. You won't take my beer. Oh! Yeah! Ta-da! Well, I tell you what, man, that was a blast. That's going to be a lot of fun to show off to all my buddies, dude. I tell you, you feel like a superhero.
Awesome. You did a great job.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Brian.
Want to give a very special thanks to Mr. Dan Martin for lending us a hand. Don't forget to check out his website at martinmagic.com. Now remember, everything you learned is for intellectual purposes only. Don't go out there escaping from the police and getting arrested again. We don't need any more of that bad publicity. If you have any video of you pulling off this scam, I want you to send it into the boards at revision3.com/scamschool. Any question about this, or if you're having trouble making it work, hit me up directly at brian@revision3.com. Don't forget, we have many more episodes coming up with Dan Martin, and next week, we're going to have a special cage match. For once and all, we're going to determine which is the breakfast of champions. Until then, I'm going to go have some warm beer and cold pizza.
Oh my God! There we go. Right on, man. Dude, what a tight episode. Good episode. First time that we had Dan Martin on. Dan, of course, has been a longtime friend ever since. Dan was there at the very beginning when I first told people at NACA. I was at one of these college conferences and I had a showcase, and Dan got to see the pilot episodes of Scam School, and he instantly grasped, like, ooh, this is going to be a thing. And so luckily, he checked up and asked about, how it was going. And this is the first time that we flew. I don't think I flew a guest out. I think he knew to just take the initiative and came out to San Francisco. Obviously, it worked out great, because what an interesting speculative bet early on to just sort of see that something has potential. Although I wonder if he at the time was thinking, kind of like I was, that, well, at the very least, this will be a very nice showcase reel. If nothing else, this will be good footage of my stuff. And maybe, you know what? Let me call Dan Martin. No, don't. Call Dan Martin. Daniel Martin. No. Call Daniel Martin. So crazy how stupid Siri's gotten. There we go. Here's Dan Martin. Why not? We'll see. We'll see. Wait.
Hello.
Oh, boo!
Your call is very important to us, so please let us know that you.
All right. We'll see if he calls back. Oh, he says, "Can I call you back in just a bit?" Here, I'll just do a thumbs up there. We'll see. We'll see if he responds. But at any rate, look, the mechanics on these continue to be the same. There are basically three main ways to, really two. You're either shimming it or you're improvising. I guess three. You're sneaking a key on you, and there's a lot of different ways to sneak a key. We got a bunch of them over at a little place called scamstuff.com. By the way, if you want one of those clear-cut handcuffs, let's do this. Clear-cut handcuffs. There we go. We got a Escape from Handcuffs kit. There we go. Nope. There we go. Boom. So you get a pair of real handcuffs. You get the clear-cut handcuffs, which are these right here for training, and to help you visualize what's going on. You get a couple of paper clips. You get a bootlace handcuff key. This one I like a lot because it just goes on the aglet of your shoelace, and then you will never think about it again. And then meanwhile, if you should ever get kidnapped by pirate ninja robots, that will be on your shoelace, and you'll be able to just use it as a key. And then you got a couple of paper clips, so you can practice making that into a key and wedging that guy open. The number one comment before we even get to the comments on this that people like to point out is like, doesn't work if you double lock handcuffs. Yes, it does work. The fundamentals are the same. When you double lock handcuffs, and we'll get to the episode where we talk about this, but when you double lock handcuffs, all you have to do is get the key to sweep. Instead of just one direction, it goes both directions. First to unlock the double lock, then the other way to lock it. And so that's hilarious banter at that Daniel Martin is stuck in handcuffs right now. I lost a cuff key and Daniel's phone number. That's right. But in this case, yeah, there's so three ways. You got a sneaky way to have a key, like the bootlace handcuff key, or you can. There are credit cards, steel credit cards that you can punch out a key and use that way. There's also the shim, and then there's improvising a key, and for that, all you got to do is wedge stuff in there. Anyway, that is a fun, cool thing that we have. Boom. In terms of production on this, Daniel was a treat. He really brought really polished, good material in there. Hello. Oh, I guess we should say hello to everyone. Hello, Wicked Juggalo. Hello. Oh, yeah, it's Adam. Hello, James Cobalt. Princess Judith, Earth56. Banterat, Cliff Horn. Not Scary Steve. James Cobalt, I think I said. Kuro Metariku. Pyramid 7. And thought that was the answer. Was hoping for something different. I don't know which one you're referring to. James Cobalt says, one night my then girlfriend found my stuff and tried to cuff me repeatedly. I tried 6 different ways out, and including for some reason a key taped under my chair. That's hilarious. So let's play our game. This episode was released 17 years ago. It was still part of the initial dump that happened on September of 2009, but some of that initial dump have been taking off and became runaways. My question to you guys is this one of them? I actually don't know the answer, so I'm going to talk out my answer right now. This one was very tight, to the point, and smooth, which makes me feel like it's going to be above the threshold for a natural breakout, an organic breakout. And so with that in mind, I think it's over 1 million would be my guess. Meanwhile, Tim19862 says 19,000. Not Scary Steve points out that it's useful real life experience, 1.2 million. Banterat says expecting a big number, 8.2 million. I don't remember one that big, so I don't think it's that big. G. James B says 93,000. 257,000 is a good middle bet. One View Bob, Princess Judith says more numbers than there are, well, atoms in planet Earth, maybe? I don't know. No, there's got to be fewer than that. Because it's 10 to the 23rd. Nah, never mind. User's mailbox can't accept more messages. Can we trust them? Oh, goodness. Is that what you got? All right. Matt York says 750,000. And the real number, James Cobalt says 32,000. Earth56 says 57.5 thousand. The real number is, wait for it. Oh, I always do this. There we go. The actual number is 258,000 views. Somebody got it almost. Wait a minute. Shay, do you pinky swear? That was just a random guess? That is incredible. Shay, if that was an organic guess, then to you, I say, wait. Oh, I just realized that I had two sets of music playing at the same time. That's amazing. Chase says that was an actual educated guest, no peeking. 100%. Congratulations. Very well done. Banterat missed it by this much. Only 8 million off. All right. So that means we got a fair number of comments, 183 comments. Of course, one of the most magical things about YouTube is that it remembers everything that you ever started to do. Every half-finished video you ever made, every thoughtless comment you posted. That's a thread. And we're going to follow some of these threads. I'll post here the URL. There we go. I love the idea that we are just a rolling band of happy-go-lucky, mischief-making, positive thought-sending weirdos. So I like to respond to all of these 17-year-old comments with positivities. This is why you don't ever leave handcuffed prisoners alone. They could get the cuffs in front of them and work at escaping by either picking, shimming, or cracking the cuffs off. Handcuffs are only a temporary restraint device for supervised prisoners. The real world is not TV. Well put. And this is why you don't even try to arrest a magician. Heh. I went online and bought a pair of handcuffs and thumb cuffs to escape from. I found these videos to be very helpful. Wonderful. Sorry I'm late. There is no greater motivation of man than if you threaten his beer. Ha. If there's one lesson we learned, this is it. Been watching a few videos on this channel and by feeling the NSA is keeping a close eye on me. If it wasn't true 11 years ago when you wrote this, it certainly is true today. I wonder how much this guy spends on hair gel. He looks like a video game character. Woo! The intended result. Let's see. You can take your pen apart and use the end of the ink shaft by cutting and bending out a small piece to mimic the key. Ooh, that's very clever. Ooh. That's extremely clever. I've not tried that particular way. Gonna send a note to myself to add this to the show idea list. And in fact, I really will do that right now. Let me just write a quick little email to myself. By the way, that's a productivity hack from your boy Brian, is write yourself letters. Idea for show. Make handcuff key by cutting small wedge in pen ink plastic tube. There we go. And now future Brian will have to see that. Nice fugitive reference, made my day. I find it strangely odd that the double lock feature of all hats cuffs is never used or even brought up. Wait a minute, I don't find that strange at all. With only 10 minutes, there's not a lot of time to get into the weeds. Oh wait, actually, in a later episode, whoops, we cover all this. The beer is magical. He said, don't take my beer. And it escaped almost automatically. It's like reverse Popeye and spinach. Brian becomes skilled simply by the threat. Oh, wait, I just realized I should turn on the whiteboard. There you go. You guys go nuts while I'm doing this. Let's see. And I'll post that whiteboard here in the chat. Boom. And then I will enable spells. Boom. Boom. Love it. Heart, dude, do something with that hair. I feel sorry for you. Haha, your wish has been fulfilled. 12 years later. Do you still feel threatened by the hair? That's just engagement bait. So that's the key, Pun City. Heyo. Bobby pins work great as shims and are easy to hide. You can even bend at one end into a pick for the double lock. Yeah. Can't wait to show all my buddies. What buddies? Ouch. Man, 13 years ago, long damn time. Even longer now. Even longer now. You should join us for the daily live streams. I've been in and out of jail my whole life, went to prison for 2 years. I've seen just about every make and model of handcuffs that the police have at their arsenal, and I'm here to tell you those handcuffs are no longer used. The handcuffs I got today link together sort of like a door hinge. The mechanicals are no longer built the same way. Now I have a double lock feature that prevents people from picking the handcuff locked. And if you're caught trying to pick them, they put a little black box, which prevents you from good intel. Police cuffs have another locking mechanism too. We cover all that in a future episode. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, no, that was me just now. Ha! I learned about the mechanics from a tiny plastic cuff keychain I had when I was little. The only difference was instead of a key unlatching the groove, there's a little lever on the cuff because it was just an accessory. I'm sad I don't know where it is anymore. Scamstuff.com may have a replacement. Now we know what to look for. +1 for the ice cold Guinness. Don't worry, there are many types of handcuffs that work different than others. I love how they always say regulation. Handcuffs when each department chooses their own make and model. Yeah. Language is weird. To be fully accurate, you've gotta talk so long nobody pays attention. I miss the good old Liberty spikes. Me too. If you touch his hair, it's game over. Sonic boom. You'd think we'd have invented more advanced handcuffs by now. I think it's the classic trade-off of simplicity and affordability. It looks like this guy brushed wood while it was struck by lightning. Ew. I just escaped the police and I'm on the run and wanted to say thanks. I owe my freedom to you. High fives. I'm not the first to realize the crap about double lock cuffs. Yeah, here we go. Thank you, Bob. That was very helpful. It's not comfortable to do, but you can reach it unless they use those side-by-side ones up from your elbow joints, 2 pairs or something. Hell, you could just tumble them front to back. Yep, that all sounds great. It's funny, I'm watching this now, and I'd already learned to do this when I was a kid. I saw it on a show, replicated the results. I bought me some police-issued cuffs from a place not saying it took 2 minutes to use. Yeah, great. You're great. This is easy. The Netherlands handcuffs are hell. All right. And now we're just in the weeds. So we're dropping that. We did it, boys. Yeah. What do we got here? Oh, I heart scam. Good deal. Hey, today is April 11th, and we're going to be doing a very low-key hangout. We're just going to be hanging out. Oh, I'm like, go away, all this stuff. We're doing a hangout at Monterogue HQ campus today. There's going to be a couple dozen folks. We're going to do a little skull tournament. I was thinking about going live and broadcasting it. You can make it like a little sports event. So I don't know. Keep an eye out, and we may go live on this in a bit. But in the meantime, other than that, today's going to be a short one because we already have guests here on campus. Although I'll check in and see if you guys had any questions. Oh, Wicked Juggalo!
Wicked Juggalo just gave money. Everybody gather round.
Hell yeah! When Wicked Juggalo gives money, then that means we gotta bust out the voices.
All the voices, voicing them all around. Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation.
In all seriousness, thank you so much, man. I love watching and working out. 35 squats, 3 sets of 12 hammer curls and skull crushers and chest and shoulders. But forget the names, LOL.
Thanks so much, Wicked Juggalo. Glad to go out there and crush it. Continue to push your limits, flex the envelope, and other helpful, encouraging phrases. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up early because we got Founders Day, but hopefully I'll see you guys later on. Otherwise, I'll definitely see you tomorrow morning. As always, you can write me, brian@shwood.com. I will catch you guys later on. Bye, gang.
That's a great